I'm Deputy Chief Michele Fitzsimmons from the New York City Fire Department. In 1982, when I was 13 years old, there was a lawsuit against the FDNY for women to get onto the New York City Fire Department. 19 years later, in May of 2001, I joined the New York City Fire Department. I was only the 7th woman since that original group 19 years before to join the New York City Fire Department. And through the fire department, I've learned that by getting comfortable being uncomfortable, I've been able to use my power to break the glass ceiling of the FDNY. Being uncomfortable, when I walked into my first day of probationary firefighter school, I was the only woman in a group of 100. I was confident in myself, but I had to prove myself to the people I was in the class with that I was capable. And I did. I did well. I joined I was with a group of people who believed in me. July of that year, we went out into the field, and 4 months later, we'll be celebrating the 24th anniversary of the day that happened. 6 guys from my probie class were killed that day, and brand new on the department, and they got killed that day. I knew that I had an opportunity that they were never going to have, and I was going to make the most of my opportunity by continuing to move through this department and be the best I could. I got out of probie school. I got assigned to a firehouse in Queens. I was the only female firefighter working there. I ended up having to prove myself eligible and worthy of being there, as opposed to the men who got there with me who had to prove that they didn't belong there. So it was a different standard, but it was really uncomfortable. I got used to it. Eventually, I was accepted as one of the guys, and I was okay with that. And I did well. We were a very busy company. I went to a lot of fires. The people around me believed in me. I believed in myself. I got more confidence. And then I was getting comfortable. It was time to get a little uncomfortable. I studied for the rank of lieutenant. In 2007, I got promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Again, a whole new role, a whole new being uncomfortable. I left my place in Corona where everyone knew me. I went up to the Bronx. Up in the Bronx, no one knew me. I was a woman doing a man's job. I was leading them. I'm walking into new places all the time, and I was uncomfortable again. I eventually got into a firehouse where I was assigned. I got very comfortable there. But I also realized I wasn't one of the guys, and I was okay with that. So I used that, got too comfortable, time to move on. And I've used that as my thing. How do I grow? How do I become better? What I do is I say, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. I studied for captain. I became a captain. I studied for battalion chief. I became a battalion chief. I became like a hermit crab, right? Kept looking for that bigger shell to grow into. You get really vulnerable and you move out of it and you grow. And that's my thing, is being comfortable with that uncomfortability, that being uncomfortable. It's really important in my growth. In February, I became the first female deputy chief in the 160 years of the New York City Fire Department. I'm the only female deputy chief in the fire department who, out of 10,000 men, or 10,000 members, there's 170 women now. I feel like I've been uncomfortable because it's been paving a new path. It's been in a position that got a lot of attention. But I didn't do it for myself. I did it for the women who come behind me. That's been my idea now, is I'm going to be uncomfortable doing things that aren't for me, it's for someone else. And for all those women behind me, my thing for them is get comfortable being uncomfortable. Be like a hermit crab. Grow into the space. Find a space you can grow into to be the better person. Thank you very much.